Hey everyone, Mark the Movie Man here. Welcome to the Final Cut. So glad you could join us today as we get an early peek at a science fiction film called Agent Revelation. It was written, stars, and directed by Derek Ting, who plays Jim Young, a gentleman who's been infected with this red dust that has been released into Earth in various areas, and this red dust seems to make people go crazy and be put under some nefarious control to where they get super strength and healing powers and stuff, but they also go mad and basically zombie-like. And well, good old Jim Young gets all the good stuff that the red dust provides with none of the crazy psychotic mind-controlling stuff, and he becomes part of an experiment of a privately funded research group who want to find out if his powers that he has gained from this red dust can not only help defend them from a possible alien attack, but also find a cure for the red dust infection. Agent Revelation is interesting. I watched this film, and for an indie project, let me tell you, they do very well in this as far as for the production and world building goes. Now, Derek Ting does great here as Jim Young, pulling that, multiple hats like many indie filmmakers do, and that doesn't take away at all from his performance or his direction. I really liked how both of those were handled. Look for Michael Dorn to show up here as well with more screen time than you might expect from a casting like this, playing Alistair, and I loved his performance in here. It was great seeing Michael Dorn again, and he's playing this kind of guide and the guy running this entire research thing, and also, and kind of teaching Jim Young to kind of harness his powers. And I liked his performance in here and his role here as well. Kayla Elwell as Billy was fantastic in here. Carol Wires as Dr. Victoria Jansen. Great performance by her. Really gives it her all in this. And yeah, I enjoyed her character too, and what they did with her as the film went along. There's a lot of great talent on the screen in this film. And what's also great, actually, is the special effects. Mostly with films like this, you're like, okay, sci-fi and the special effects look like their budget, but I will say they work within their budget, and they give this a sharp look to it. In very few spots does it show that it's kind of an actual indie production. So I really enjoyed the production value and the overall quality of this movie. The writing and story were interesting. You get flashbacks as well to what happened to Jim Young before he ended up at this facility where he's being studied. And that kind of catches you up, because this is really a sequel to Derek Ting's first film, Agent. So yeah, this is more of a sequel, but you don't have to see the first film to follow what's going on here, though things, I will say, in the narrative move fairly fast here, and you kind of have to piece together a few things yourself if you haven't seen the first film, but it still didn't take away from my enjoyment from Agent Revelation. The action sequences in here were really well choreographed, and I got into them quite a bit, actually. And as I mentioned, the world building really helped sell this story. So yeah, Agent Revelation really should be sought out by people looking for indie sci-fi to get your sci-fi fill. It's not a sci-fi horror film, though there are some scary elements worked into it as far as the design of some of the things that show up later. It's got a decent production value and special effects, and by the end of it, I think you'll be happy that you watched it and entertained, and want to see possibly if there's going to be more chapters in this Agent series. So there you have it, folks. Please, if you have seen Agent Revelation, please leave your comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts on it. Also subscribe here as well with the bells and whistles and thumbs up and all that good stuff, and check out our Patreon if you want as well. I thank you for your support, and until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub